Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here, once again back in Forza Horizon 5, resuming the Horizon Scramble series at La Selva. Last time out, Team Australia couldn't get back on top with what I thought would be their best car. And then we went to Chevy one last time here with the Hoonigan. And then the Hot Wheels Dually had great stability, but it just was very slow. So now, we got two wildly different vehicles here. We have a car all about lightness and a car all about, well, not lightness. Let's just call it that. The Nash Metropolitan is a strange bugger of a vehicle. Look at those tires. They are outside the body. You'd think that means it has unlimited width to go to, but no, it has actually no tire width upgrades. So you can see I don't have any camber on. It's raised as high as it can go. And because the tires are so skinny, I actually have maximum downforce to try to get any semblance of grip into this car on this track. And Horizon 4 did okay around its circuit series, but that was all-wheel drive and racing V8 swapped. Here is stock engine. Stock engine doesn't actually have very many tuning upgrades at all, but you know, it doesn't need to for this series. I have forgotten to choose the Challenger. Oh well. Dang. Alright, I guess fourth gear it is, no matter what's going on. Naturally aspirated. Look out. Alright, fifth gear is what's going on here, because I just legitimately do not have the grip at all in this car to even consider not being in fifth gear. Maybe for this part, since it's faster and the rear wing can actually work. And knowing all-wheel drive, this car is actually a monster in B class. But without the rear wing, or without all-wheel drive, I mean, we go into trees. Maybe I need a more open diff, because I've been running the same 60% on power diff settings for the whole series. This is an example of a car that's super fast, but with no grip at all. Like, I have to use fifth gear, otherwise I cannot control the car. And to be frank, I don't think I'm going to get a clean lap time with this car at all. Even in fifth gear, we are still matching the speeds of like the Challenger and such. Only up this hill can I use fourth gear. It actually does have good brakes. Well, it's so light, there's no way it couldn't have good brakes. But, oh my gosh, this is such a challenging car to drive. On the road, with the rear wing actually working, it's not bad at all. I don't know how I haven't had a dirty lap yet. I guess one plus point for this car is that it's always drifting wide, so it's impossible to miss a checkpoint. I tried fourth gear again to see if it would work. It did not. Yeah, fourth gear only works up the hill. A 130.2, that's AMC Javelin territory. That's quite different. I'll call it that. It's such a challenging car to drive, and I actually did get a clean lap out of it. It just took all my concentration and the most amount of gear reduction I could possibly give it. So, that's the Nash, but there is one more Hot Wheels car left to go. And it should be quite different. As we go, I am just maxing out the looter's car. Alright, that Challenger is still on the leaderboard. Later on, if that is the final car, I will go back into 302 and just make sure it's on top for a future series if we ever come back to this, because I may forget. Alright. So this is the all-wheel drive tune I was talking about. It's a monster in B-Class online racing. But this is the other car we're going to be driving today. The Bone Shaker Baja truck. It's super heavy. I had to remove its supercharger. You can actually do that. That's pretty cool that you can do it. But I had to remove the supercharger in order to get it down to our class of 450 limit. Can't be over, but we have had a couple cars be under. And this is going to be one of them. It's super heavy though, even with you know, the most amount of weight reduction you can do, which is only the rims really, and, you know, rear wheel drive. 6 speed. Everything there is looking fine. I'm going to bump the stiffness up even more because it's a heavy truck. We're ready to go. Heavy truck, tall truck. How is this going to do for us? I honestly do not know. I'm hoping it's not twitchy. And you're saying it weighs 4,000 pounds. How can it be twitchy? We'll just look at it. Its wheelbase is quite short, actually. Dang. Of course, this is like the Bone Shaker with its open tires. As soon as your tires hit a wall, you just get flagged immediately, even if it slows you way the heck down. So naturally aspirated. You know, this is normally a supercharged unit with like 520 horsepower. So, you know, no supercharger. It's going to behave differently. You can't even upgrade the tire widths on this car. It's actually quite restrictive. It's actually basically like the dually in terms of restrictiveness from Horizon 4. And this thing is way, way twitchier than I want it to be. Like, the wheelbase is... Like, it doesn't look that short because it's so big, but it actually is. I guess I should have had the Jimmy run to go up against since this is an off-road truck. But, I don't know. Dang. Yeah, this thing is too twitchy and too heavy. Normally a heavy vehicle helps reduce the twitchies. But here, I don't know what happens. Maybe it's when you rear-wheel drive swap it, that it just becomes an absolute mess. Because I do remember on the Hot Wheels DLC using this truck a lot, and it was pretty okay. So I would have to guess it's the rear-wheel drive swap. Oh my. We almost did a front flip. We didn't hit a tree. We didn't do a front flip. But that was probably the closest we've gotten to doing either without actually doing it. There we go, that's a good turn there. No. The brakes on this thing, I guess I need to have a lot of rear bias. Because every time I do the fronts, they almost lock up and cause me to spin. So no clean lap for the Baja Bone Shaker, that's a bit of a shame. As long as I don't almost do a front flip and die like we have every time, I'll be fine. That'll give us a fair lap to compare with, even if we did bonk a wall pretty hard. Nope, we have done double front flip. Oh, triple front flips in the Baja Bone Shaker. I didn't even hit anything that time. I even slowed down to make sure I would make the turn, but no. No, we did triple front flips into Baja Bone Shaker. I guess it is a stunt truck after all, so it's meant to do that stuff, but oh my gosh. That was incredible. It's not even going to be a fast time. Oh well. That's it for the Baja Bone Shaker. I honestly don't know what vehicle is next. We may go back to Chevrolet, because I did tune some more Chevys. Ah, man. The Baja Bone Shaker put on a show, that is for sure. Alright, well, we got time for one more vehicle. I don't know what it's going to be. I'll check and see if there's any vehicles I tuned after the Hot Wheels, but I don't think I did. I did tune a few, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about. Next up, we go for Lamborghinis. These are very different cars. I thought I tuned a Jeep as well. I guess I could do that in the future. Yeah, we go from ultimate lightness and completely unstable to ultimate heaviness and completely unstable to now a vehicle that is known for stability and being somewhat OP in B-Class, the Lamborghini Mira. 450 horsepower V12. So we've had a lot of V8s, we've had a couple V6s, and even a straight 4. But now, V12. Can more cylinders be more better? I have no idea. So wonky gearbox. It's a very low-riding truck. We've seen low-riders not do great this series. Like the Hot Wheels Dually had great torque and great handling, but its low riding means anytime it touched water, it died. Like speed-wise, it lost all of its speed immediately. This car weighs so little, though. Naturally aspirated, I don't think we even can do an aspiration swap on this engine. This engine sounds fantastic. It's a beautiful car and sound. I don't know what they did in this game, but Lamborghini V12 sound like they should. Now, of course, being a high revving engine, we don't have a lot of torque. But that may be good so that we don't actually just bring the back end around because it's a light car. So I'm hoping this will be a great balance. It sounds like it's going so much faster, but it's actually an average speed across the water jump there. Oh man. Yeah, I need to not hit the rock there. I may need to lift. We'll slap a wall. It's not terrible though. Yeah, the water does kill us. Man. Go a little wide there. Watch out. This car is awful under brakes. I'll give it that. At least for like a normal road course where you're usually going straight into a corner. And an off-road course, you're rarely going straight. So, you know, the brakes are locking up and wanting me to die. Yeah, because I'm so low and the engine rev's so high, I am feeling like I'm going way, way faster, but you can see I'm not actually catching the Challenger at all. Alright, did not hit the rocks that time. But I did go through the water sideways, that's less than ideal. Did not bump the wall that time, so we are on a clean lap. I'm going to brake early here because the brakes are awful. Maybe I should have downshifted there. We do have some good speed. We're obviously more aerodynamic than the Challenger. And being lower does yield us some good handling, just by default. But that's not all that matters on a track like this. Much better turn there. Doing better this lap around. Much better. I was going too fast that time. I actually hit the rock and lost a lot of speed. We had a good run going. We weren't going to beat it, but we had a much better run, much better showing that time. Now we are AMC Rebel areas as fast, so that's pretty good for a low-slung V12. That's going to do it for this episode, though. We will continue our Lamborghini March next episode with 2 wildly different vehicles, and then we start hopping over to some more Plymouths and stuff like that. So if you're up for that, leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks again, I'll see you all in the future.